Hi and welcome everyone. My name is Dominique and this is my podcast. Hugs, handshakes, Habibi. In this podcast I will speak about my life in the Middle East. I will tell you some fun stories I experienced here, and also I want to give you some hints what you need to see if you visit this amazing region. I hope that you enjoy listening as much as I enjoyed recording, and yalla, let's start! Hi and welcome back everyone. It's Sunday again, so time for a new episode of Hugs, Handshakes, Habibi. And as you maybe recognize, I overshoot my Christmas break for about 1 week. So I was off for the week of Christmas, off for the week of New Year, and off the first week of January. So I recharged my batteries. I had a pleasant time in Europe, spending time with my families. And I hope if you celebrate Christmas, you had an amazing time with your beloved ones. And I hope everyone got a good start and an amazing start into 2024. So I enjoyed the firework display at the Palm with a colleague of mine. So we went out for dinner, had a really good dinner. So then we went for the firework display, and then on the 2nd of January our work week started. As I spoke about recharging batteries, I got a lot of questions in those 3 weeks. So please, if you have something you like to listen in here, or you like to join me here for an interview or for a discussion or whatever, feel free, info@hugs-handshakes-habibi.com. And then we can talk about that. So a couple of people reached out and say, hey, I want to study in the UAE, so can you tell something about that? Well, I'm not the authority on that, so I try to get someone as an interviewing partner to speak about that. And some people reached out and said, hey, I want to visit the UAE as a tourist, and what's the tourist view of the city? So I reached out to a friend who visited me here, I think in October, with a larger group. So I did some sightseeing with those guys, and he will join me for an interview and will explain how he saw it just on the view of a tourist of about 1 week of staying here in the city. But today it's about recharge batteries, so it's titled Beyond the Glam Weekend Recharge in the UAE. And this is something I want to talk about that, and just to say it pretty clear, I'm IT. I'm not of the super wealthy guys. I'm not in the social media or influencer business. So maybe my weekend looks different than other weekends here. But I spoke with my colleagues as well, and I think there is a bubble of weekends we see on the weekend on the social media. So it includes clubbing and shopping and just get the credit card overheated, and well, you can do that. So there are a lot of beach clubs here, so you can go for the beach, you can go have amazing evenings at the beach with really fancy drinks and fancy food, and having musicians playing and dancing on the table and whatever. So you can do that. There are a lot of options for that. You can also go to the malls and spend a lot of money on designer brands. No one will stop you. It's definitely possible, and you can go there, but this is not the stuff I think the majority of people do. So for sure we go for shopping, for sure we hit once a while the beach, go to a club or whatever, but we have more options here. So on the one hand, we have options that are completely for free, or more or less completely for free. We have options that cost money. So we have a lot of theme parks here in Dubai. We have Dubai Parks and Resorts, which is on the street going to Abu Dhabi. There's Motion Gate, so one of the largest Hollywood-themed park in the region. We have their Legoland. You can visit it, and it's amazing. I was there this weekend actually, and there are other options. So if you go to Abu Dhabi, for example, you have Yas Island with Ferrari World, with the Sea Life, with Warner Brothers, and I read in the news that there is a Harry Potter world coming there. So the opening date is still unveiled, but it announced it will come. So you have a lot of options there. You have also in Abu Dhabi, for example, you have Louvre Abu Dhabi, which is amazing for people who love arts. We have pop-up exhibitions. So currently there is Lulu Island with amazing light installations. You go with a boat to an island. You can walk around the park. And I told already in one of the last episodes, we had the winter markets. Now the Ramadan markets are coming. That are pop-up markets. We have currently in the winter, we have pop-up cafes and pop-up restaurants in the middle of the desert. So you go a road in the dunes, and then there is a sign next to the road. So you take a right turn from the street and go to sand until you hit the restaurant, the bar, the cafeteria, and you're sitting there on chairs in the middle of the desert, watching the dunes or watching some artificial lakes, and you can sit there, relax there. It's really amazing. It's recharging. And for sure, the drinks, the coffee, the cakes is a bit more expensive than you have it in a normal cafeteria, coffee bar or whatever. But they need to bring it outside, so you pay also for the location. But it's still affordable, so it's not costing an arm or a leg. You have a couple of parks here. So there is a park at Dubai Creek. I forgot the name, but I went there a couple of times, and it's nice. You can walk there. It has barbecue areas for the people that lives in apartments without the option to make barbecue. So as I told already in an episode earlier, I live in a house, and most of my colleagues are living in houses. So we have a garden, we can do barbecue, we have grills, and this is also an essential part of the weekend life here. So inviting a couple of friends and have a barbecue, having decent meat, and having just a good time. The week before Christmas, I was invited. A colleague of mine got a pizza oven, so he invited the colleagues, and we in his team, and we went there and had amazing pizza. So he did it in the oven. We had a good time there, and this is also part of the social life without having this glam going downtown next to Burj Khalifa. So this city has a lot of options to offer. Also, we have a lot of beaches for the day. So there are beaches like Kite Beach. I love this place, but it's very crowded at the weekend. So we have it's called Secret Beach, but nevertheless there is a big sign. So I call it the non so secret beach. You can go with your car just near the beach. So there are no facilities, no entrance fees. You have to bring your own sunbed or your own chairs, your own umbrella, but then you can sit there for free and spend your time there. You can go to Kite Beach. There you have also a big area absolutely for free. You can go to JBR, which has an amazing beach with a view on Blue Water Island and the Dubai Ain Ferris wheel. And you can rent there the sunbeds, you can rent there the umbrellas, you can bring your own. So you have all the options there. And what I personally really like, and yeah, I mentioned this as well in one of the last episodes, I moved a bit outside of the city. So I'm next to the desert. And what's really, really great is going into the desert, because there if you avoid the well-known spots, you go in the dunes, you're on your own, you have some sort of silence. And if you go there in the early morning, you see a fantastic sunrise over the dunes, over the sand, and the light is really amazing. And this is completely for free. Okay, you need your car, you need your gas, you need a bit of food, but it's just something you decide, you do, and that's it. So currently I'm in lack of a proper car for the desert. I need to fix this immediately, but I did it now 2 times with driving with others. And this is really, really great. Also, we have the Love Lakes, and this is in the desert. So they are lakes shaped like two hearts, and there is a running track around that. So you can go out there, you can do your exercise, your cardio exercise by running. I think it's 2 or 2.5 kilometer track, and you can do that as well. And this is a big area, so there are more lakes, and there are flamingos, there are birds. It's wildlife sanctuary. You can go in there with cars, staying on the streets. You can drive around the lakes. You can stop your car anywhere you like next to the road. You can get out your chair. You can get out your blanket. You can sit down there having a picnic with the family, and you see that a lot. Big family gatherings with people, and everyone is coming together and have the picnic. And yeah, this is something you don't expect when you see only the influencer guys going, oh yeah, I was there and they spent $1,000 there and $1,000 there. So this is all available, and this is all there, and you can make use of everything of that. But there is so more that the city has to offer, which is so nice and so amazing to see. And I try to show this to my friends visiting me here. So for sure we go down Burj Khalifa, the fountains. For sure we go down for JBR and all of that. But I try also to show them the different things and scenes. And I think that's the amazing part of the city. So there is a bit of everything for everyone. You can have the high life and go there, and you can have the desert life, and you can just drive out there. You can have the beach life, so you take your stuff and go there, or you decide to rent a sunbed and go there. And so what's also available, and especially in the summer, is the hotels are offering something. It's called staycation. So they have deducted rates. Sometimes it's mandatory to have a UAE or GCC residence card. So you can go there and get a better discount, or they offer it for the general public. Depend again on the hotels. You can spend a weekend in amazing hotels, and the hotels here in the region are amazing. Or you can buy a day pass for the pool area of certain hotels, and you can use the pool and the beach and the restaurants there. And so you see there is a lot of options, and it's sometimes it's more stressful to decide what to do than you know what I mean. So there is a lot of stuff, and I start to discover one by one and speak a lot with colleagues, so what they recommend, what they have good experience with. And that's the reason I was at Legoland and visit that today, because a colleague told me last year, I was there with my kids and it was good, so I went there, and she was right. And this is how the weekend works here. So you have a lot of options, and in the winter you spend a lot of time outside. So currently it's extremely nice here. We have about 25, 26 a day. So you can sit outside and enjoy the weather. Mid of May it will become more and more complicated to do so. So then the life is moving more into the malls, but also in the malls you have a lot of options of restaurants and stuff like that. And even me, I try to get a little bit of movement in my day. I'm sitting a lot in front of screens and in front of the computer, so I spend some time in the mall just for taking a walk. And this is something you see that in the summer month as well. People moving those outdoor activities of meeting friends and having a good time together more into the malls. Because with 50 degrees, you don't want to have a barbecue in your garden. Then you feel like you are the meat that is cooked actually, and therefore things are moving then. But this is how we spend the weekend here, at least me and people living in my bubble. So again, I'm pretty sure there are way more options. And maybe I try to get one of the clubber and party scene and try to get one of those onto this podcast to speak with them about that, just to get a different view on that. I think this would be a pretty good idea. I try to get someone who is into that. If you want to speak with me about that, please reach out. Again, info@hugs-handshakes-habibi.com. And I think that's it for this week. I spoke a long time, so we keep it like that. I wish you a successful week. Stay safe, and hear you next Sunday.